Hi, good morning. My name is Grace De La Rosa. I'm a holistic wellness consultant. I'm also a guided meditation facilitator, and I'd like to take you to through a moment of a meditation session with me so that you can get a feel for what I do. I'm in the beautiful setting of Atlantic Beach, Florida, and behind me you can see right there is the moon still, and ahead of us, if I can turn this around somehow, is the ocean. And as we look around to the south, you see a bustling of crowds already, waking up first thing in the morning, getting their day started at the beach on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. And I love the sound of the birds chirping. There's a group of people doing yoga, some stretching, a couple walking. The birds eating their breakfast. I don't know what's in the sand for them. There are plenty of things. And life still continues in the midst of what we call a pandemic. So what I'd like for you to do, before I forget, just in case you're interested, my website is livingwithgrace.net, LIVINGWITH, Grace, GRACE.net. So what I'd like for you to do is, I think I'm going to turn around so you guys can get a better view of the ocean. And, ooh, that's a beautiful view, isn't it? We'll keep it like that. Okay, what I'd like for you to do is to sit up straight. And if you're sitting in a chair, go ahead and scooch up to the front of the seat. And keep your back straight and tall. Your legs bent at a perfect 90-degree angle, so when you look down to your toes, notice that your knees are not passing your toes, and then that should put you in a very neutral position, which is where you'd like to be. Now what I'd like for you to also do is put your shoulders up to your ears and tense it up and hold it, and then gently roll it back and just let it drop. And that should put you in a very neutral and safe position to begin our meditation practice this morning. So close your eyes ever so gently. And breathe in and out as you normally do. Inhaling and exhaling. And upon inhalation, what I'd like for you to do is to notice where you feel the breath the most. Perhaps it's at the tip of your nose, or the back of your throat. Or in the rising and the falling of your chest. Or perhaps it's at the bottom of your belly. But just sit with that for a few moments. And notice now the sounds that you hear individually. My voice, the sound of the birds chirping perhaps in the background, I hope you can hear that. It's so lovely. Good morning. The sound of your breathing. Maybe the sound of the AC or the ceiling fan whirring in your room, or the refrigerator, or the ambient sounds from outside of the room that you're in. And notice all of those sounds individually as if they were instruments in a symphony. And then notice them collectively, making one beautiful song. Now come back to your breath and remember the practice of noticing upon inhalation where you feel that breath the most. And what this does is bring you back to the present moment. Brings you back to focusing and noticing different aspects of your reality, your environment. Being more mindful as to where you stand and where your mind is. And you can start recognizing where your mind is. Then you've begun the true practice of mindful living. Now notice the thoughts that are coming through your mind. Perhaps you're thinking, wow, she's talking a lot. Watch that thought, affirm it, and watch it disappear as you come back to your breath, come back to the sounds around you, come back to the feeling of breathing, being alive, and allowing gravity to pull you from your seat down further into the ground, allowing you to ground yourself, allowing you to give yourself permission for these few moments, perhaps these few moments being the only moments you'll have alone to give for yourself and to yourself for the rest of the day. So embrace it. You're worth it. Notice that the practice of meditation is actually being able to jump from each dimension of that reality we just looked at. You know, first we were thinking of the sounds, and then we jumped back to the breath. Then we went to the thoughts, and then we jumped back to the breath. That is the practice of meditation, allowing yourself to be free to recognize all these aspects, all these dimensions to your reality, to your now, to your present. Especially when you start having some triggers, perhaps if you have PTSD, you know, to get triggered by some circumstance that puts you back in the past where it no longer serves you. And that could be said for anything and anybody, whether they're being challenged with PTSD or some other mental status, mental position. Focus back on your breath, and this time I'd like for you to sit up a little bit straighter, strengthening that lower back. Imagining a string right at the top of your head pulling you so that all of your vertebrae stack upon one another, straight and strong. Shoulders back and relaxed. Unfurrowing your eyebrows. maybe putting a smile on your face. Now what I'd like for you to do with that smile is to just notice the different feelings in your cheeks when you do that. I'd like for you to slowly open your eyes and notice the beautiful, vibrant colors rushing through your visual field. And I'm hoping that you still have that smile on your face. And when you go throughout the day, I hope you continue to remember to turn that frown your frown upside down, which means right side up. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your morning and that your day goes fruitfully for you in your favor and according to His will, according to the energy, according to what is meant for your destiny today. And it's just for today. You don't have to worry about anything else because all we have is today. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you for joining me.